Extremely. And the reason is very simple. The market is in transition. You already know that from the attacking side, deepfake starts coming in. You know from the regulatory side, market starts to look at wallets, verifiable credentials, etc. What would be better for a fraudster than exactly the opportunity to use a good fake and produce a verifiable credential that then, no questions asked, it's you. It's actually a very sensitive transitional period. Professional fraud is the first to harness AI to produce fraud which is undetectable. That means that we are now looking at AI playing a whole different role in this game. We are looking at the way to detect it, and we are also seeing how, I won't be much surprised that some of those people creating that fraud actually have worked for companies who are doing fraud detection, because when we detect it, you can see them reading the minds of those trying to protect against it. That is why the tool we created actually is trying to detect fraud from a different angle than just saying, okay, this particular document doesn't look good, because it does look good. So in many respects, we are looking at a trend where the early adopters and the most talented adopters and efficient adopters of AI are not the companies trying to protect against fraud, but those committing against it. And I can tell you that by comparison to my 15 years in the business, never have I seen such a rate of innovation in fraud committing as I can see with the professionals. They are actually responding to what's happening. That's why visually almost no one detects it. And we are on a constant process of getting those caught and fed into the system. It's actually a rat race or an arms race, which is going on right now. Well, Money in 2020, as any way you look at it, is a place to be for a simple reason. This is where you meet the people you actually want to talk to, and they have time for you. And even if they don't, they find time for you. So the actual physical presence is doing its thing. It's also a good place to see your competition and what's been changing, how they are pitching, etc. And that's what we're doing. But even from the mere size and activity that we are doing here, you understand it's also kind of claiming our position in the market. And this is not an easy market right now, you know it. But we are benefiting from it, because if anyone now changes a vendor or goes into the market, they already know, okay, what are they up against? And it's easier to actually sell when you're a step ahead. So from our point of view, it's a statement, it's a place to see the people we want to see, and obviously to learn what's happening. So it's kind of irreplaceable. In terms of where it's going, there are a couple of surprises actually. The next generation of fraud prevention and the management of fraud prevention is underway. I'm part of it, so I know. It's the way it will detect, it's the way it's going to communicate all those solutions eventually with the end users, the customers. Mission, reduce dropouts. Mission, increase automation, i.e. successful completion of a complete process. Mission, to be a step ahead of those smarter guys, not the usual fraud you see, because statistically, on my dashboard, only the last quarter, we are talking about millions in detections. That is not the statistics of fraud you know. So it's a heavy mission for the coming year. Luckily, if you think ahead of the game, that's what you do already now, and that's what's going to happen along the coming year.